YouTube, what is going on, guys? Thank you guys for checking out another video. Today, guys, I want to share something with you guys. We're gonna get right to it. I want to share something with you guys because today, remember, I showed you guys this account the last video, which was like a couple days ago, and I was up about $5,000, $4,900 something dollars, right? 2 days later, I'm up $10,512. And if I count my other accounts, I'm definitely up a lot more than that. But at some point, I was up $11,000 today. I was up $11,000 at some point today. Now I'm up $10,500, and this is 1 month. This is 1 month. Okay, I started with 10 grand. I'm up 10,500. And this is mostly because of a stock called Xpeng, a company called Xpeng. Guys, stock ticker XPEV, XPEV for electric vehicles. Okay, market value, I have $10,817 in Xpeng because I'm using margin, I'm using leverage, right? I put $5,000 into this stock, and today it is worth $10,817. And we're talking about in the course of a couple weeks, it went up, it doubled. Let me see. 1 week ago, what was it? A week ago, it was at, look at this. A week ago, it was at $45, guys. The average cost is $34 because I believe I bought more than once. I've added to my position, but guys, we're at $74 Xpeng. And this, there might be a pullback, there might be a dip or whatever in the marketplace, but I invested into this company for the long term. I didn't invest into this company because I was like trying to double my money in 1 week. I was literally just investing in this company because I believed in it. I liked it. I think it has potential in one of the biggest markets in the world. And I got so excited after today's performances that I went and bought some beer. I'm drinking a beer, celebrating a little bit, It's okay to celebrate your wins, right? But this could easily drop tomorrow. It could easily drop 20%, 15%, 50%. Who knows? There might be a EV bubble, like people are saying, because everything is going crazy. But me, I totally think that Xpeng is just getting started. And there's a few reasons why, guys. There's a few reasons why. But I think the best way to kind of show you guys is to watch a video that kind of covers the company, their newest car. Remember, they just started selling a sedan. And the sedan is in the same price range as a Tesla Model 3. Except the sedan is about the size of a Tesla Model S. Interesting. Very interesting in my opinion. Now, I'm going to let this video kind of explain it because a video can explain it much better than I can. But I'm bullish on this company, even though a lot of people are thinking there's an EV bubble, and I totally get it. There are some companies who are claiming they're EV companies. They're really not, and they're blowing up. They're riding this wave. But companies like Tesla, they're valuated. Tesla's valuated at what, 400 billion, 500 billion. I think they're a $1 trillion company, especially when you consider all the things that Tesla has that it hasn't even released yet that can be ridiculously beneficial to us as a society. When you think about that, Tesla's to me, they're on their way to $1 trillion easy. But these other companies, what about these other companies? Well, if they can do 10% of what Tesla's doing, or they can at least be the competitive factor that pushes Tesla forward, they're just going to ride that wave. And I think Xpeng, I think NIO are definitely two of the leaders that can ride that wave. With that being said, let's go ahead and watch this video real quick. Switch over to this video that I had kind of in the chamber, and yeah, enjoy, guys. I'm gonna be reacting with you guys. Be checking out the video with y'all. It's a nice looking car. Very nice looking car.
Hello and welcome. I'm Elliot Richards and I'm the new China correspondent. I'm here in Shanghai to test drive this, the Xpeng P7, and this is fully charged.
It just came out too around that time. Also, put it this way, Tesla thinks they can make a million cars a year.
Let me give you a little bit of context in about 30 seconds about me. I've been living in China for 12 years now, and I've been following the whole EV, sustainable technology arena in China for a number of years. I've driven everything from a Neo to the Xpeng to BYD. It's
a good source.
And today we're going to test the P7. We're actually sat in my Xpeng G3.
Guys, this is big. He's been in China for 12 years, probably speaks some language. He's seen all the cars. I've been to China a few times myself, and I seen BYD 3 years ago when all the taxis were using BYD cars. And so I'm very bullish about EV in China. They're ready for it. They need it. Look at the screen right now. Look at the sky. Look at the backdrop. So much smog. The government is backing the heck out of EV. And so I'm excited to hear from this guy. He's a good source. Been there 12 years. Tried Neos. Tried BYDs. Probably tried the Li Automotives. Now he's going to tell us about Xpeng. He's going to be able to compare them. He's going to give us a reaction that really matters, right? Like, we're talking about a guy who has experience. Let's check it out.
The very first car from Xpeng.
This is dope.
And we're going to do a review on this car in another episode soon.
That car didn't do that good.
Let's go and see what the P7 is like.
It didn't do that good in sales, but this is the car that people are raving about.
I was lucky enough to get two goes in the P7.
Wow.
First test was around a predetermined track. Then later on in this video, I get to go on public roads to really see how it feels and handles in everyday conditions.
Oh, I think you can see from the profile here, it's quite a good looking car. 19-inch wheels, huge range, 706 kilometers NEDC, mind you, and a very attractive package. This really does take Chinese cars to the next level. And this is from a company which 2 years ago didn't have any cars out. So this is the front end of the P7, and this is a whole light bar along here. Now you can program it inside the car. There's a number of different settings to light up, you know, like do this, like Kit in Knight Rider.
But I love it.
Proper lights are here. These are just fancy lights, I suppose. The front of the car is very similar to the G3. The front of the G3 is quite similar, the black area. And there's actually front boot space, but they got 440 litres of boot space in the back. It's very deep, and you can fit a lot of stuff in there. A couple of other things is this has a liquid-cooled battery, and it's got something called Sentinel mode, very similar to Tesla in that respect.
Very similar.
And I think you'll agree that this is a very good-looking package. Now,
beautiful.
This is the performance version. The basic version still has the same battery pack. I think it's only got two-wheel drive instead of four-wheel drive, and essentially that starts at about £26,000 for this. So beating the Model 3 over there, and really very competitive value for money. This is the performance version. This is £36,000. That's four-wheel drive, extra horsepower. It's got about 460 horsepower in total. What this car is really set up for is the inside.
How is this car not winning? This car is going to push Tesla to be...
Now the biggest difference between this and the Tesla feels Spartan in comparison. This does feel like a living room. Now I've been told, you know, this screen does everything. You know, I won't go into the tech today, but this is definitely an upgrade from my G3. And it's just a very comfortable place to be. Now it's got LED lights all the way around, which can be changed. Like I said before, 18 speakers. So this really is about the experience inside the car. So the car has two charging ports, both at the rear. One's a fast charger, one's a regular charger. Now let's jump in the back seat, just to have a quick look at the space. Nice door handles. And we're very lucky. Oh, this is plush. This is very nice. Leather seats all around.
Bro, this car is beautiful.
1, 2, 3 speakers here, just for me. And this is all, you know, thought through very well. And I could easily sit here for a long time. This is actually probably one of the softest seats I've sat in a Chinese electric car.
Insane.
So they really are thinking about that long road trip.
Insane.
One thing a little bit different about China is how they're selling the car. This is an exclusive customer preview day.
I love this about them.
And there's a Tesla Model.
This is when you know a company does not fear their competitors and they truly believe they have the better product. I love this.
3 behind us. And there's a guy going around with a speaker telling the customers, Tesla doesn't have this, P7 does have this. Quite a unique way to sell cars in China, don't you think? Let's talk about statistics. Now this car, 706 kilometers NEDC range, 80 kilowatt hour battery pack, 0 to 100 in 4.3 seconds, if that concerns you, and I just tried it out and it's quite fast.
What was the charging speed? 10 minutes? 0 to 120 kilometers in 10 minutes? Charging speeds where? At your house? I need to do a little deeper research in that, because right now I have a Tesla Model X, guys. And my Tesla Model X at my house will fully charge about a 300-mile range in about 3.5 hours. That's with my wall charger. But if I go to a supercharger, it'll charge in less than an hour. That 10 minutes, is that a special charger that's government funded? I gotta drive to the McDonald's, in China to go charge, or is this at my house? Like, even if it's a wall connector or a wall charger I gotta buy, if it's at my house and we're doing 120 kilometers in 10 minutes, I mean, that's a full charge in like a fourth of the time that I currently charge my Tesla. Come on, guys. Come on. This is stupid. Like, China could start at a $30,000 price point. This car's worth 50 grand at least. They got the margins, and they have their own factory. They have the margins, in my opinion, to start selling in the US. Oof.
To 100 in 4.3 seconds, if that concerns you, and I just tried it out and it's quite fast and very comfortable. Brembo brakes, fast charging. You get 120 kilometers of range in 10 minutes if you use the Xpeng charging network. Full battery takes about an hour and a half using the fast charger.
The fast charger, hour and a half. Hour and a half using the fast charger. Nah, so it charges slower than the Tesla.
Okay, so here we are in the Xpeng P7. This is my second drive. We've got 1 minute to test drive it around the circuit. We're in sports mode. So here we go. Put the foot down. 4.3 seconds to 100. Brembo brakes at the front to slow you down.
4.3.
There you go. That was quite exciting.
So it's quick.
Now we've got the sat nav
4.3
going.
is quick.
So this is an advanced. Let's do a slalom.
For 35K. For 35K, guys. I don't know. Maybe I'm
going around, and we'll go around the
crazy.
second slalom.
I need y'all feedback. I need devil's advocate in the comment section.
And it's super comfortable in here. This chair feels like a leather armchair, and it's really easy to drive. Steering wheel's got a flat bottom, which is slightly unusual. Great visibility over the bonnet. Now we're going to do the left to right. Ooh. It's very responsive. It's much more responsive than the G3, sorry. And now we're going to the circuit bit, the bumpy bit. Now we're almost at the end. We're almost finished our little test drive. 80 kilowatt hour battery pack. This is the performance version. It costs about £37,000.
So like 40 grand, probably.
Always. Very grippy.
40,000 US.
It is a big car though, It's not a small car. It's bigger than the Model 3, which you'll probably see over there, which they're comparing it to.
I love it.
But
I want it to be bigger. It should be bigger.
It's a lovely thing to drive.
Bro.
So after that very short test spin, I was lucky enough to have a proper go round Shanghai to see how it felt on the road.
So I do have to say what my first impressions are of this car. And the first impression I do have is that the seat is ridiculously comfortable. I haven't ever been so comfortable in, one, a car, or two, an electric car. This is taking comfort to another level. Now, where are we going? Let's go this way, if we can. And, oh, that is smooth, and it is very fast. But we're not going to go too fast today because there's lots of speed bumps.
I know that sound.
Okay, that was fast.
That sound is nice.
Now the brakes are really good, actually. I would say that my G3 brakes are actually quite grabby, and the car is lurching like that. But with this car, it's much smoother. And that's kind of what summarizes this car, is that it's very smooth and easy to drive. So this is a car, one, built for performance, but two, built for those long journeys. And you want to be in comfort, and you want to easily drive this. So this currently has L2.5 self-driving capabilities. L3 self-driving will come this Christmas, and that's full self-driving mode. I think there's some laws which need to change slightly in China, but it's coming this year. Now, it does have all the speakers, it has the ambient lighting. This is built for cruising. This is built for, just relaxing, sitting back, sticking on cruise control.
Look at the ambient.
Sticking on.
That's one thing that I wish my Model X had more of. It has ambient lighting, but it's not like a Mercedes. Like, when we were choosing our next car, we test drove Mercedes, Range Rover. We test drove a bunch of cars. I wish Tesla, being the tech car, had more ambient lighting. That's dope. That's really dope.
L3 driving capabilities, and just leaving it and listening to the music. It has to be probably the most refined electric car that I have been in. I'm struggling to think of superlatives here, because it is incredible value for money when you think about it. So the base version, this is not the base version, is at £26,000, so 220,000 RMB. The version this is the performance version, is 333,000 RMB after subsidies. That is still very good value for money, and really does put it in Tesla Model 3 category. I've got a straight bit here.
Take off.
Stickers falling off.
Take off. Hey, he stopped talking just to take off.
It's not so fast that I feel like sick. It's comfortably fast. It's rapid, very rapid to overtake. One thing I would say, this is quite a large car, and I think it is bigger than the Model 3. So for me, not ideal. I live in quite a tight housing compound in downtown Shanghai. This is a big car. It's going to be relatively difficult to park. However, it does have the self-parking ability. So that does make it very attractive. So really what I'm saying with this car, so this is, this is a car produced by a company who most people have not heard of, who have only been around for a few years, and have produced a car of this quality. Now,
that's
I
impressive,
drive the G3,
man.
as I've said multiple times, and I haven't had any complaints so far. I've had 5,000 kilometers, nothing's broken, it drives fine, it's super comfortable. There's really nothing to complain about or worry about. And I think this goes such a long way to changing people's perceptions about Chinese cars and Chinese electric cars, which is really fantastic, because when this goes to Europe, this will be one of the first EVs to go to Europe. And I think that it's so important to make that good first impression, because every single manufacturer, Chinese manufacturer who's gone to Europe, has failed. Every single one. There hasn't been a single success story.
Which ones has
But
gone?
I think with this car, this really changes the game, and this really does bring another option to people who are looking for a electric sedan with a long range. I've driven a lot of Chinese electric cars over the years. From the very high-end sort of Neo cars, which are about £50,000, big Jeeps with 500-600 kilometers of range.
but this is probably the nicest experience in here. Now I'd say in terms of like the chassis, it's really very responsive and quite stiff, and you can really feel that the batteries are all on the floor, and it really keeps it planted to the road. I'm struggling at the moment to find much to criticize about this car, especially for that money. It's just, this is £26,000.
That's insane to me. So maybe it's maybe it's too big for China. I don't know. I don't think so.
That's all we've got time for. Hope you've enjoyed that. I'll be test driving other Chinese cars in the coming months, plus checking out some of China's massive renewable energy installations, electric bikes, buses, and maybe even some ships. So please subscribe. If you want to support the show, please have a look at our Patreon page or YouTube memberships.
No.
And as always,
I can't let you off that easy. Let's see if he has something more recent. This is what his channel is. It's EVs. I'm subscribing. Let's go ahead and subscribe. Notification bell, okay? Notification bell. I should have hit the like button on that video. I messed up. Let's see. This dude has driven every EV you could think of. But I want to see comparisons. Why doesn't he compare? Russian EVs. Damn, Russia's doing the EV thing. Everybody's doing the EV thing. Arrival, that's a company I want to invest in, but I'm scared. I should. Mercedes is getting involved. Damn, bro. This is a crazy market. I feel like Tesla is the most important company. Can Elon keep all of this competition? This is a race, man. This is a freaking race. But here's the thing. There's companies that are selling electric tractors. Companies that are doing, look, swarming autonomous pods. In Tampa, in downtown Tampa, guys. In downtown Tampa, we have an autonomous shuttle. We have buses that are self-driven. There's no driver in them. I mean, they're not huge like buses. But I think they fit like 10 people. Like 9 or 10 people. And it's free. You go to downtown Tampa. You it opens up. You get in, and there's no driver. It just drives you around downtown Tampa. That was released Monday. Last Monday, I think. That's pretty crazy. Let me see. I don't see a video from this guy comparing all of the top EVs right now would be major. He could literally transform the way I'm investing right now. I'm trying to find a video that would make sense to watch. I don't know, but timing is of essence. All these competitive people, they're not really in the race because of their timing. Now, the other thing that I would say is a lot of these car companies have created an ecosystem that sets them apart long term. Tesla with their supercharging, Xpeng has their quick charge as well, but I'm not really worried about them because China's backing them. China is they're ready to help build out infrastructure, and when I've seen China build, they build. The other thing that I like about for example NIO, they have their battery swapping ecosystem. So all of them are setting themselves apart a little bit differently, and I think that's important. All these new companies like Mercedes doing EVs and all these other companies, they're kind of going to have to depend on what companies like NIO, Tesla, and Xpeng are doing. And so I think they're the leaders of the pack. But look, Ferrari's got electric cars coming out. Look at this. Ferrari's got electric cars coming out. They're gonna build some fast cars. Look, this is what I was talking about. The electric tractors. Keeping up with this is gonna be crazy. E-cargo bikes. Yo, Amsterdam's gonna love that. But I don't see anything where he's comparing the top 3 companies. So bro, I need you to do that. My notifications are turned on. So I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be watching when you do that. Because when you do that, that's going to be a big deal. It's going to be important. I'm mad he didn't compare them. But, all right, guys. So we're all for this video. This is why I've invested heavily in Xpeng, why I believe in the company long term. This isn't just me riding a wave. I really do like the company. I think they're going to do major things in China. China is a huge marketplace that is ready for EV. The government wants EV. The people want EV. And you're talking about a car that starts in the 20s, $30,000 range compared to NIO that's at like the 60,000 range. Tesla, same thing. Of course, Tesla has the Model 3. They're coming out with the Model Y. But it's still a premium vehicle compared to something like Xpeng, which is an amazing alternative. And they're going at Tesla's head. They're literally selling the car by bringing both of them side by side and letting people compare the two. Wow. And that's why I've kind of diversified. Instead of just only investing in Tesla, I've put in a large position into Xpeng. And today, it's large for me. Today was a good day. Look, it keeps going up after hours. We doing, hey, after hours is looking good. All right, guys. With that being said, man, we done with this video. Hopefully you guys liked it. Hopefully it convinced you to subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, all that good stuff. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this this video, and if you got some better stocks for me. Oh, this is what I was talking about. Look, we up. We keep going up. We're at 575, and where's Xpeng at? $74, guys. $74.10, which is a major for me. Guys, love y'all. See you on the next video.